What's going on, guys? I want to make this video very short, very sweet. If you guys go to the community tab on my page here at YouTube, you guys can see sometimes I post notes. I'll post, profits and loss from the day. I'll kind of post, what's going on in our room. Check it out. It's the community tab. You go to, click my name, go find my homepage on YouTube, and you can see. Today I took 3 trades on the Nasdaq. One of them was long, one of them was short, and one of them was long. So again, 2 longs, 1 short, 3 for 3 on the day, and quickly cut it, cut the day early. What I was looking at here was we had CPI numbers that came out. So I kind of explained all this, and I'm not going to explain it again in detail here on YouTube. I've already explained it. I typed it out. I talked to my team about it inside of Evolution Traders. If you guys want that market analysis going into the market open, join Evolution Traders. We discuss everything there in detail before the day or during the day. So I'm not really going to get into it. But I had a plan today, and I had a few different scenarios mentally playing in my head of what could happen and how I wanted to react to the charts when it happened, if it happened. So my thesis, my analysis was the market is strong. I'm not going to take anything away from the bulls. They've been exceptionally strong. If CPI numbers or whatever came out, the reaction after CPI, if it was a big down move, what I was going to look for was an initial trap and a pop off the open. And I wanted to take that for a little bit of a scalp. The continuation would have been confirming CPI highs and the first hour highs. That never happened. So when we got the first leg down after the market opened, what I was looking for was at least a 2-leg down trap, because normally what's going to happen in a strong market, and right now the market is strong until it's not, but right now the market is strong. What you're looking for is any pop that gets trapped. There's a big washout, you have a dead cat bounce, you get another sweep of the lows, and then you finally get the trap towards the, if the bulls are going to step in. And it's exactly what happened, right? So I was ready for it. Not every day does my plan work out the way that I envisioned it. So what I was looking at here is initial CPI reaction was down. Got a little bit of a test here where we try to test these CPI lows, and then we started creeping up in the pre-market. Now, you guys already know my strategy. One of the entry strategies that I use, it's a 20 SMA play. It started 5 minutes before the bell. Now, I did not take it right as the bell opened, but I wanted to see price action start to push higher. And as soon as I seen the momentum, I jumped in with 3 mini contracts. Now, again, very quick trade because I didn't have any type of confirmation over the CPI highs, right? So if we see CPI highs here and we see the CPI lows here, I know that we've got a little bit of a range that we need to get out of before there's some type of continuation. So when we get the 20 play, it's an active play. Put a stop here or use a 5 SMA as a trailing stop. So as soon as the market opened and it started to build a momentum, I quickly jumped in with 3. I watched the P&L go 200, 225, 300, and I just sold. That's it. There was no other thinking involved. I didn't hesitate. I didn't second guess myself. I didn't tell myself, what if I get trapped? I didn't think of none of that. The only thing I'm thinking of is we got the initial trap here. Look at the reaction off CPI. Big move down, big push higher, back test, boom. Here's our double bottom. Here's our trap starting to populate. Here's my setup. Here's my entry. It's nothing more than that. Did it trade have to work out? Of course not. It could have wicked up and came all the way back down. I would have had to have taken a loss. Now, once we put in this candlestick here, this is what I call a reversal candlestick. This is a trap candle here. So sellers definitely did a good job at trapping a lot of buyers right off the open, because look at the first 5-minute candle, looks extremely bullish, right? How many people took this long and were expecting this to continue to go, and then you ended up getting trapped? So again, it's all about the mindset that you have and the plan that you have before you get into the trade. My mindset was never that this trade was going to continue higher. Could it have? Of course. But my mindset was I need to see a 1 hour candle close, and then I need to see us take that level out before I get long again. So the only thing I wanted to do was just take my entry strategy and take it for a little bit of a pop. Again, I missed out on quite a few points on that candle because I just quickly got in and got out on the 3 mini contracts. Now, the second trade that I took here was a 20 SMA setup. Once I seen that the buyers were getting trapped here, as soon as we confirmed, I sized down a little bit. I did not take 3 mini contracts. I only took 1. I got into this play here, and as we started to push down, I took a little bit of heat here because we did start to pop and I was in a little bit of drawdown, and as soon as we started to flush and we broke this prior wick low, I just immediately sold my position for a nice little gain. And then towards the not end of the day, but the end of the morning, before I was getting coffee, I let the guys on the live stream know, you know, once I seen us put in this last low, once we broke that here, right, we started to sweep these lows and we got this big down move here. I started to buy in. I only bought in 1 micro contract. Why? I'm green on the day. 2, I'm not going to give away all my profits. 3, I'm expecting the trap now because bulls are strong. I don't want to go long off the first one. I don't want to go long off the second one. Why, D? I was taught many years ago, there's always a 2-legger down. You need to have the sellers wash. You need to see a bounce. You need to see a first trap. You need to see a second leg down. You need to see a bounce. And then it's going to be somewhere off that second, third leg where if the bulls are going to trap, they're going to step in. Now, when I got into this play, it was only 1 micro contract. Thank God, because if I had any more bigger size, I probably would have gotten stopped out here. Now, 1 micro contract at one point in time, and this point in time down here was down around $90. Okay, so you can do the math on how many points that I was down. It was around 80 something dollars that I was down. However, I had support on. Let me show you what I was looking at and the reason why I actually took this. Okay. Notice how on the sweep down here, we had this support zone. I have this red box still. So what I was waiting for here in this red box here was to see where we were going to sweep those lows. So as we started to put in that, you know, second leg down here, I wanted to see the lows get swept. I had a 200-day moving average here. We swept these lows, this support system of the 200 EMA, but I see here that I have a 200 SMA support, okay? So as I knew that, any break and close below the 200 SMA, I was gonna get out of the trade. There was no more heat that I could take. Max loss that I was probably gonna take was gonna be somewhere around 150 or 200 bucks. Max. I was already up on the day, so I was just playing with house money anyways. So you can see that it does come quickly down to that area, you know, just shy of it, and it starts to chop around. So I did take a little bit of heat here. This trade did, you know, I was in it for a long time today. But again, once it finally started to trap these sellers here, we started to finally get these pushes higher. Now I took $102 off the trade, which is giving you an estimate, because I only traded 1 micro. I took around 50 points off the move. That's a big move. However, I missed out on about another 50 points. So, you know, I definitely didn't do the best job at holding it since I was already profitable. But at this time, I'm mentally spent already. It's the end of the week. I'm not really trying to push this anymore. I was just taking this trade with the anticipation that we hold that demand zone and we do get a little bit of a bounce. This could have easily continued to wash me out below the 200 SMA, but I was okay with that. It was house profits. Again, would I have been happy if I gave away half of my gains in one play when I was trading minis and I was profitable, and now I would give away half gains on a micro contract? No, but that's the risk I was willing to take. I took my chips, I put them in the middle of the table, and I let the trade play out. If you guys can take anything away from this, when you have a setup, something that you play, something that's according to your strategy, when you push your chips to the middle of the table, it's go time. You leave them there until you get stopped out, or you take profits. There's no in-betweens. We don't snatch profits early, you know, before and make us want to FOMO into another trade that's still continuing in the direction. You don't move your stop loss. You don't add to losers. You don't do none of that stuff. There's nothing to do once you're in the trade. Managing a trade is very easy. The only thing you have to do, click the sell button when it hits your stop loss. click the sell button when you're wanting to take profits. Either it's hitting a level of supply or it's hitting your take profit and you're done trading that particular move. There is no more going long after that for me. It's not like I can say, okay, I took profits in here, let me find another one. My trade is done. Whether I get out here, let me show you something. Whether I get out here, I get out here, I get out here, I get out here, it's all the same trade. This is one trade. It's one trade. So I can't sell here, here, here and expect to get in again. It's one trade because it's still going. So a lot of times what I'm seeing a lot of traders do is they'll get in on this play, they'll take profits here, and then they want to get in again, and they want to get in again, and they want to get in again. And sometimes what happens is it never gives you this move and it starts to pull back and stops you out. So you give away profits from your first trade. Don't do that. Once you're in one play, until it sets up again with something different, right? With something different, and you get a breakdown in the other direction, it's still the same trade. I hope this video helps you guys. If you guys want to trade with me each and every single day live, make sure you join Evolution Traders down in the description box below. I'd love to work with you. I have 2 spaces available. Someone ended up joining the room yesterday, so I've only got 2 spaces left. You know, at least for the next 30 days. That way I can have enough time to actually get acquainted with the new traders and get familiar with how they trade, and you see what we can all work on together, right? If not, if you decide to, you know, continue doing this on your own, that's completely fine as well. Just give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, let me know how you guys did today. I'm always curious to know how you guys did today, and I will see all of you guys on the next video.